When you grow old, 10 signs you should cut all contact with someone. As we age, our relationships play a crucial role in our well being, mental health, and overall quality of life. For seniors in their 60s, 70s, and beyond, every moment becomes precious, and surrounding yourself with positivity, love, and kindness is essential. However, not all relationships are healthy, and some may even become detrimental as time goes on. Recognizing when it's time to let go of toxic connections can be an empowering act of self care. Here are 10 signs that it might be time to cut all contact with someone in your life. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. 1. Constantly disrespect your boundaries. As we age, we often come to understand ourselves more deeply. We recognize what brings us peace, what we need to feel secure, and what drains our energy. Setting boundaries becomes an act of self-care and self-respect, especially in our later years, when our time and energy are more precious than ever. Boundaries can take many forms: choosing not to engage in arguments, limiting interactions during certain hours, or simply deciding how you want to spend your days. However, not everyone will honor these boundaries. Some people may repeatedly overstep them, not because they misunderstand, but because they refuse to respect your choices. They might insist on unannounced visits despite knowing you need quiet time. They may push you into commitments you've already declined or dismiss your preferences as unimportant. Each act of disregard, no matter how small, sends a clear message. They value their desires over your comfort and well-being. This kind of disrespect can erode your sense of autonomy and peace. You might start questioning whether you're asking too much or feel pressured to compromise on what truly matters to you. But remember this: boundaries are not about keeping others out. They're about protecting what's sacred within you. When someone refuses to honor that, they're showing you a lack of regard for your dignity. Letting go of someone who consistently disrespects your boundaries isn't an act of selfishness. It's a reclaiming of your right to live authentically. It's an affirmation that your needs, comfort, and happiness are just as important as anyone else's. In the later stages of life, protecting your peace becomes not just a luxury, but a necessity. Surround yourself with people who understand and honor the boundaries you set, for they are the ones who truly care for you. 2. Drain your energy without giving back. In the later chapters of life, your energy becomes one of your most valuable resources. It's not just physical stamina, but emotional and mental energy that allows you to enjoy the moments that truly matter, whether it's spending time with the loved ones, pursuing hobbies, or simply soaking in the beauty of a quiet morning. Yet, there are people who seem to take more from you than they ever give in return, leaving you feeling depleted, frustrated, or even empty after every interaction. These are the individuals who always turn the conversation back to themselves, who call only when they need advice, money, or a sympathetic ear. Their problems become your problems, and their needs always seem to outweigh yours. But when the tables are turned, when you're the one needing support or just a listening ear, they're conspicuously absent. Over time, these one-sided relationships can wear you down, leaving you wondering why you even bother to stay connected. It's not selfish to expect balance in your relationships. True connection is built on mutual care, where both people feel heard, valued, and uplifted. If someone continually drains your energy without ever replenishing it, they're not honoring the relationship or the person you are. You've given so much of yourself throughout your life, to your family, your friends, and your community. Now is the time to focus on those who give as much as they take, who leave you feeling enriched and appreciated rather than exhausted and unfulfilled. Letting go of energy-draining relationships is not about shutting people out, but about making room for the connections that nurture your spirit. It's about prioritizing those who genuinely add to your life, allowing you to channel your energy into the things and people who bring you joy and meaning. Your time and vitality are precious. Don't waste them on those who only see you as a source to be tapped. Choose instead to be with those who truly see and value you for who you are. 3. They are verbally or emotionally abusive. Words have power, more than we sometimes realize. While physical wounds heal with time, the sting of cruel words or emotional manipulation can linger, reshaping how we see ourselves and the world around us. When someone in your life consistently belittles you, mocks your thoughts, or makes you feel less than you are, they are engaging in abuse, even if no hands are raised. This type of treatment is insidious because it often disguises itself as jokes or honesty. But the impact is the same. It diminishes your spirit. As we age, the need for kindness and understanding becomes more vital. Life has been long, filled with triumphs and challenges, and you deserve relationships that honor the wisdom and worth you've accumulated over the years. Emotional abuse, however, does the opposite. It chips away at your confidence, planting seeds of doubt about your value, your choices, and your right to peace. It might come in the form of criticism, disguised as concern, or constant reminders of your perceived shortcomings. Over time, these interactions can make you feel as though you're walking on eggshells, constantly trying to avoid their barbs. No one, regardless of age, deserves to endure this kind of treatment. But in your later years, it becomes even more crucial to protect your emotional well being. You've spent a lifetime building a life, a family, and perhaps even a legacy. Do not let anyone tarnish that by making you feel small or unworthy. Love and friendship should lift you up, not tear you down. Walking away from someone who is emotionally or verbally abusive is not an admission of defeat. It's an act of courage. It's a statement that you value yourself enough to demand respect and kindness from those around you. In your golden years, every moment should be cherished, filled with warmth and understanding. Letting go of abusive relationships opens the door for you to rediscover the peace and dignity you so richly deserve. 4. Dismissing or undermining your life experiences. A lifetime is a collection of stories, triumphs, losses, lessons, and memories that shape who you are. By the time you've reached your later years, your experiences become a profound part of your identity, something to be cherished, shared, and respected. Yet, there are people who fail to see the wisdom in your journey. They dismiss your insights, undermine your achievements, or treat your stories as irrelevant relics of a past they don't care to understand. This kind of disregard can feel like an erosion of your voice. When someone interrupts your stories or brushes aside your advice with a casual, things aren't like that anymore. It's more than just rudeness. It's a refusal to acknowledge the richness of your life. Over time, this dismissal can leave you feeling invisible, as though the wealth of knowledge and perspective you've earned over decades holds no value in the present. But your experiences are not just valuable, they are treasures. They have the power to inspire, teach, and connect, not only to others, but also to the legacy you'll leave behind. Dismissing them is not just an insult to your past, but a failure to appreciate the incredible person you've become. Those who truly care for you will listen, even if your stories are familiar. They will honor your voice and seek your perspective, knowing it's rooted in years of living and learning. Letting go of someone who consistently undermines or dismisses your experiences is not about holding a grudge. It's about preserving your self-worth. It's about making space for people who see you not just for who you are today, but for the entire journey you've traveled. In this stage of life, you deserve to be surrounded by those who value your wisdom, respect your insights, and cherish the person you've become. Your story matters, and the right people will celebrate every chapter of it. 5. They use guilt to control you. Guilt is a subtle but powerful tool. It creeps into conversations, lingers in unspoken words, and can make you feel like you're carrying a weight that isn't yours to bear. When someone uses guilt as a way to control you, they're not engaging in genuine care or connection. They're manipulating your emotions to serve their own needs. This behavior is particularly harmful as you grow older, when you may already be reflecting on life's choices and relationships with a tender heart. People who wield guilt often cloak it in seemingly caring statements. After all I've done for you, or you'll regret this when I'm gone. These words are not expressions of love. They are calculated to make you feel responsible for their happiness or actions. Over time, this manipulation can make you doubt yourself, forcing you into decisions or situations that don't align with your well being or values. You might feel obligated to put their needs above your own, even when it comes at a great personal cost. But love doesn't thrive in guilt. Real love is a choice made freely, not under pressure or obligation. Relationships built on guilt drain your emotional reserves and overshadow the joy and peace you deserve in your later years. The truth is, you are not responsible for carrying the weight of another's happiness or fixing their lives. You've spent a lifetime nurturing, supporting, and giving. It's okay to prioritize yourself now, to say no without explanation or fear. Walking away from someone who uses guilt to manipulate you is not an act of selfishness. It's an act of reclaiming your independence. It's choosing relationships that respect your freedom to make decisions without coercion. As you age, your time and energy are finite, too precious to waste on dynamics that leave you feeling trapped or burdened. Surround yourself with people who uplift you, who allow you to live with the dignity and joy you've earned. Letting go of guilt is letting go of control, and in its place, you'll find freedom. 6. Disrespecting your aging journey. Aging is a deeply personal journey, one that unfolds uniquely for each individual. It brings with it both challenges and opportunities for growth, a time to focus on what truly matters and embrace a life that aligns with your values and needs. For many, these years are a chance to simplify, to prioritize health, relationships, and joy. But there are those who refuse to acknowledge or respect this transformation, treating your choices as unnecessary or burdensome. Perhaps they ridicule the adjustments you've made to maintain your health, mocking your dietary changes or dismissing your need for rest. Maybe they pressure you to live at their pace, ignoring the fact that your priorities have shifted. They might minimize the importance of your routines or discourage you from pursuing hobbies or activities that bring you peace. This lack of understanding isn't just inconsiderate, it's a denial of your right to define how you want to live. Your aging journey is not something to be apologized for or justified to others. It is a natural, inevitable process that carries its own wisdom and grace. The choices you make now are about preserving the quality of your life, not appeasing the expectations of others. When someone refuses to respect that, they are failing to see the whole person you've become, someone who has earned the right to live on their own terms. Letting go of those who can't honor your aging process is not about severing ties in anger. It's about protecting the sacred space you need to thrive in this stage of life. It's about surrounding yourself with people who celebrate your evolution, who walk beside you with understanding and encouragement. The later years of life should be a time of peace and fulfillment, shared with those who uplift you, not those who dismiss your choices or needs. Respect is the foundation of any meaningful connection, and if it's missing, it's okay to step away. Your journey deserves to be honored just as you deserve to be cherished. 7. Being unreliable or only appearing when in need. Trust is the foundation of any meaningful relationship, and reliability is its beating heart. As you age, you come to value consistency and dependability even more. Yet, some people seem to drift in and out of your life, appearing only when they need something and vanishing when the tables turn.
These relationships can feel hollow, leaving you questioning their sincerity and your own worth in their lives. Unreliable people often make promises they don't keep or commitments they forget. They might assure you they'll visit or help when you need support, only to back out with excuses that leave you feeling unimportant. When they do show up, it's often with an agenda to borrow your time, your advice, or even material support. Their actions reveal a pattern. Their connection to you is based not on mutual care, but on convenience. As the years go by, the weight of unreliable relationships grows heavier. They create frustration, disappointment, and even loneliness as you come to realize that you cannot depend on them when it truly matters. These dynamics rob you of the emotional security and comfort that meaningful relationships should provide. They leave you feeling like an option instead of a priority. Letting go of unreliable people is not about closing your heart. It's about opening your life to those who genuinely care. Relationships built on reciprocity, where both parties show up with love and commitment, are what nourish the soul. At this stage in your life, you deserve the kind of connections that bring stability, not uncertainty. Your time is too precious to spend chasing after people who can't be counted on. Choosing to step away from unreliable relationships is an act of self-respect. It's a decision to invest in those who value you and show it through their actions, not just their words. Surround yourself with people who don't just promise to be there, but actually are. In their stead, you'll find relationships that offer warmth, dependability, and a sense of belonging, the true hallmarks of a life well lived.
8. Making you feel lonely or unappreciated. Loneliness is not just the absence of people, it is the absence of connection, of feeling truly seen and valued by those around you. One of the deepest pains in life is being surrounded by others, yet feeling invisible, as though your presence barely registers in their world. When someone close to you consistently makes you feel unappreciated, overlooked, or insignificant, it's a clear sign that the relationship is no longer serving your emotional well-being. These feelings can arise in subtle ways: a friend who never asks how you're doing, a family member who dismisses your input, or a companion who treats your time as less important than their own. Over time, these small slights can build into a profound sense of disconnection. You might start to wonder if the relationship is one-sided, with you giving far more than you receive. The ache of unacknowledged effort and unreciprocated care can weigh heavily on your heart, especially during a stage of life when companionship and affirmation mean so much. Feeling unappreciated diminishes the richness of your relationships. It erodes the joy that comes from knowing you matter to someone, that your thoughts, efforts, and simply your presence are cherished. In this season of life, you deserve relationships that fill your days with warmth and connection, not those that make you question your worth. Choosing to step away from people who make you feel lonely is not about bitterness. It's about seeking spaces where you are valued. Surround yourself with those who show genuine interest in your thoughts and experiences, who express gratitude for your contributions, and who are present not just physically but emotionally. You have a lifetime of stories, love, and wisdom to share, and the right people will treasure that. Your time and energy should be spent with those who uplift you, who remind you that your presence enriches their lives. Life is too short to remain in relationships that leave you feeling unappreciated. By walking away, you open yourself to the possibility of connections that celebrate the incredible person you are. 9. Creating constant drama or conflict. Life in its later years should be a time of peace, reflection, and fulfillment. A space where you can focus on what truly matters without the turbulence of unnecessary conflict. Yet, some people seem to thrive on chaos, dragging those around them into endless cycles of drama and discord. These relationships can feel like storms that never pass, leaving you emotionally exhausted and yearning for calm. The individuals who bring constant drama may ignite arguments over trivial matters, gossip incessantly, or stir up trouble where none existed. Their presence often feels heavy, clouding your days with tension and unease. They might twist conversations into confrontations or manipulate situations to create division. This kind of conflict drains your energy and steals precious time that could be spent on meaningful moments of connection, joy, or self care. As you age, the need for harmony becomes paramount. Every day is an opportunity to embrace the beauty of a simpler, more intentional life. A life where your relationships bring you comfort, not chaos. Conflict and drama not only disrupt this peace, but can also take a toll on your emotional and physical health. Carrying the burden of someone else's unrest can leave you feeling as though you're constantly on edge, unable to fully enjoy the quiet joys of the present. Letting go of those who perpetuate drama is not about giving up on people. It's about choosing peace over turmoil. It's about deciding that your well-being is worth more than the temporary satisfaction of engaging in someone else's battles. Walking away from these relationships creates room for tranquility, allowing you to focus on connections that bring laughter, understanding, and genuine companionship. In this stage of life, you deserve relationships that add to your sense of serenity, not those that rob you of it. Freeing yourself from drama isn't just an act of self-preservation. It's a declaration that your happiness and peace are worth protecting. By stepping away from the chaos, you give yourself the gift of clarity, creating a space where love and joy can flourish uninterrupted. 10. Choices, undermining your independence and choices. As you grow older, maintaining your independence becomes a cornerstone of your dignity and identity. You've spent a lifetime making decisions, facing challenges, and building a life on your terms. Yet, there are those who may try to undermine this autonomy, believing they know better or dismissing your ability to make choices for yourself. This can manifest subtly through patronizing comments or overtly by disregarding your preferences altogether. Perhaps it's a family member who insists they take over your affairs without your input, assuming you're no longer capable of handling them. Or it could be a friend who constantly questions your decisions, offering unsolicited advice that feels less like support and more like control. Over time, these behaviors can erode your confidence, making you feel as though your voice no longer matters. But your independence is not something that diminishes with age. It evolves. The choices you make today, whether about your living arrangements, healthcare, or how you spend your time, are rooted in a lifetime of experience and understanding of what is best for you. When someone undermines your autonomy, they are not just questioning your decisions, but your ability to live with the respect and freedom you deserve. Letting go of relationships with those who stifle your independence is not about rejecting help or guidance. It's about ensuring that support comes from a place of respect, not control. Surround yourself with people who honor your choices, even if they don't fully agree, and who empower you to continue living life on your terms. In doing so, you affirm that your voice matters and that your journey remains yours to navigate. Your later years are a time to embrace the freedom you've earned, not to relinquish it to those who cannot respect it. Choosing to step away from those who undermine your independence is an act of reclaiming your agency and safeguarding the dignity that has defined your life. Conclusion: choosing peace and embracing your worth. Life is a collection of fleeting moments, and as the years unfold, each one becomes more precious. In this stage of life, you have earned the right to live with intention, to surround yourself with people who uplift you, and to embrace relationships that add meaning and joy to your days. Letting go of those who diminish your peace is not an act of rejection, but one of profound self-respect. It is a recognition of your own worth and the value of the time you have left to share. Walking away from toxic relationships is not easy, especially when love or loyalty once tied you to those individuals. But the courage to release what no longer serves you is an act of wisdom. It is a statement that you deserve kindness,
understanding, and connection that nourishes your spirit. By making space for healthier relationships, you open the door to a life rich in warmth, harmony, and fulfillment. Your journey has been long and full of lessons. You have weathered storms, celebrated triumphs, and gathered a lifetime of wisdom. You owe it to yourself to honor this path by protecting your peace and investing in the relationships that truly matter. In letting go of negativity, you reclaim your power and create room for love, joy, and serenity to take root. As you step forward, remember that you are deserving of relationships that reflect the beauty of your soul and the depth of your experiences. Choose to be with those who see you, appreciate you, and walk beside you with the same love and respect you've given to others. Life is too precious to spend it in the shadows of toxic connections. Embrace your worth, choose your peace, and surround yourself with the light of meaningful, loving relationships. These lessons are meant to inspire you to live fully and authentically. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Take a moment to reflect and share one thing you've learned and plan to apply in your own life. Let's support each other on this journey toward embracing these truths. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment with 1. If not, feel free to comment with 0. Your feedback means a lot to us. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content like this. Thank you for watching. And here's to living life on your own terms.